After several years of allowing China to poison our citizens, about 100,000 per year, Joe Biden and crew finally taking some action.
The Justice Department announcing it will be pressing charges on 8 Chinese companies and their executives for being in cahoots with the Mexican drug cartels. The two together have been successful in fueling a drug epidemic in this country, killing more than 100,000 Americans a year. What took Biden so long? Joining us now, Fox and Friends weekend co-host Will Cain. Good to see you, Will. So it's amazing, who could have predicted this, that you turn your southern border over to the drug cartel and Mexican warlords, and then you have a massive drug epidemic?
Yeah, who could have ever seen that coming, to your point, Charlie? You know, I am absolutely fascinated, and I would love both of you to give me your best in this conversation. I'm absolutely fascinated by the turnabout of the Biden administration on everything related to the southern border in the past 24 hours, from the border wall to fentanyl. And I have a couple of thoughts. First, it shows that elections do matter. We know that the Biden administration has been very well aware of the effects of their border policies for several years, and they haven't cared. They haven't cared about the effects of fentanyl nor the wide open doors of the southern border. Now they're worried about its effects electorally. They're hearing Democratic mayors complain. They're worried about a price at the ballot box, and so they're willing to change. And in a way, that should be encouraging because it shows that elections do have consequences. But we should also be unforgiving because they didn't care until it looked like it would harm their own self-interest. They didn't care about literally Americans dying from fentanyl overdose, fentanyl poisoning, excuse me, let me correct myself,
right.
Fentanyl poisoning. They didn't care until it looked like it could impact their job. But I still remain, Charlie and Dagan, fascinated by this turnabout. I mean, at the very least, if you're watching and you ever voted on the left, you have to feel like you have been the mark. Like you got played on the streets of New York City in a shell game. They sold you that you were a virtue signaling warrior on the right side of a white supremacist wall, making sure that never went up. And now, because the consequences are so clearly felt, they're arguing to bypass federal law, 26 of them, to erect the thing that they used to call white supremacist and attack the problem of fentanyl. I mean, if you voted that way and thought that you were on the side of the anti-racist or whatever motivated you to embrace open policies, open border policies, don't you have to feel like you were the mark in a con?
Yeah. So I guess honestly, they're admitting now they're racist.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess the most charitable thing we could say is they're admitting that they're wrong, but I don't think they think that. I think they just think, oh my God, we're going to get voted out, so now we're going to have to be the thing that we used to accuse them of being. I guess we're white supremacists, we want a wall.
Well, in terms of they're sadists because this is intentional suffering and misery and death that they have inflicted upon the American people knowingly, and inflicted upon illegal migrants, the dead children, the dead mothers. Let's move on to something a little bit lighter. Hello, okay. My name is Dagan. I'm a workaholic.
Hi, Dagan.
I have taken 4 days off so far this year. One of them was a sick day. Does that count?
No, it does not. Apparently, if you're a workaholic, Dagan, you need therapy. At least Idris Elba does. The actor says he's been seeing a therapist as he realized his addiction to work is unhealthy. Since when did working become an addiction?
Will?
Yeah. Well, you know, I have complicated thoughts, Charlie. When we use the word addiction,
this is a safe space.
Obviously,
you can open up with us.
Okay, thank you. It's like therapy. It's like therapy
yes.
at work.
Yes.
Okay, cool. When you use the word addiction, obviously you've fallen into this world of pathologizing anything that is imperfect about yourself. And if you can pathologize it, then it's not your fault. And you can get in therapy, and maybe you can even get medicine for it, and that's what we've done with everything about ourselves that is imperfect. Here's the thing, work is good, but I do think, like anything in life, you can overdo it. Look, I have 2 boys, and this really hit me recently. I get 18 summers. That's it. I get 18 of them. And by the time they reach 18, that's 91% of the time I'm going to ever spend with them. I read that stat, right? So after that, I get 9% more, and that's it. And so I do think, as much as this career and work are fulfilling and creatively and ambitiously something I want to do, I do have to balance that. I mean, against things that are much more important in my life, like my family, like my faith, like my community. And so I don't need to see a therapist or get a medicine. I don't need to pathologize it, but I do understand the concept of balance.
And I guarantee you didn't learn that in therapy.
I learned it on Twitter.
Right.
I need to explain really quickly what's going on with Idris Elba, who I'm obsessed with, in not a good way, maybe. He's married, and I assure you that his beautiful spouse made him go talk to somebody about this. And there is such a thing as working too much. I was raised by two small business owners. We never took a vacation, ever. And that's why I work too much, and I don't know how to even plan vacations. I just come to work and go home and then come back to work. And so there is too much vacation because you wind up more than half a century old and you look around and go, what the hell happened? So there you go, in a nutshell. Thank you, Will Cain. Love you much. And you got it.
Thank you, guys.
You spend those glorious summers with those two wonderful boys.
Thank you. I feel like I have permission.
Yes, you do. From me.